Yesterday I told you about the cruise sailing where Kim and I finally ran the drink package math and changed how we book every trip after that. Today is the full breakdown: what the packages actually cost, what it takes to break even, and the 3 questions you need to answer before you decide. Because this decision is worth between $100 and $400 on a typical family cruise, and almost nobody thinks it through before they hit buy. Cruise line drink packages are sold per person, per day, and both adults in a cabin must purchase the same package on most lines. That is the first thing most people do not realize: you cannot buy it for one person. The typical all-inclusive package on a major cruise line runs anywhere from $70 to $110 per person per day, depending on the line, the ship, and when you buy it. Pre-cruise pricing is almost always cheaper than buying on board, sometimes by 20 to 30%. If you decide you want the package, buy it before you sail. Every major cruise line sells a drink package. They are all marketed differently, priced differently, and include different things. Here is the honest breakdown across the lines we sail, so you know what you are actually buying before you book. The deluxe beverage package covers cocktails, wine, beer, specialty coffee, and bottled water up to a certain price point per drink, currently around $17. Anything above that price and you pay the difference. Pre-purchase before sailing and you will pay less than buying on board. Both adults in the cabin must purchase the same package. That rule applies across almost every line, and it is the one that catches couples off guard. Norwegian's Free at Sea promotion often bundles a beverage package as one of several included perks. You pick it as part of your booking incentive rather than paying for it separately. Read the fine print on what is included. The base package covers beer, wine, and spirits up to a set limit. Premium upgrades exist if you want top shelf. Carnival's Cheers package is one of the more straightforward options. Flat daily rate, covers most drinks up to $20 per serving, includes specialty coffee and non-alcoholic options. Available to guests 21 and older, only if one person in a cabin is under 21. The other adult can still purchase it, which is different from Royal Caribbean's both or neither rule. Celebrity is usually the best value for premium drinkers. Their classic package covers a solid range, and the premium package adds top shelf spirits and more specialty options. Celebrity also tends to include a package as part of their always included fare, so check what your booking already covers before you pay for an upgrade. Disney does not sell a traditional unlimited drink package. You pay per drink or use a refillable mug for non-alcoholic beverages. If you are a wine or cocktail drinker on a Disney sailing budget for individual purchases, it is the one major line where the package conversation does not apply the same way. MSC's Easy, Easy Plus, and Premium drink packages are tiered clearly by what they cover. Worth noting, MSC's Yacht Club experience at the top of the ship includes premium drinks as part of the fare. If you are considering MSC, that category is worth pricing out before you add a package to a lower category cabin. The one rule that applies everywhere: pre-purchase before you sail. Every line charges more at the bar or the guest services desk than they charge online before departure. The discount ranges from 10 to 30% depending on the line and the timing. If you decide you want a package, buy it before you board. Here is the only math that matters. Take the daily package cost, divide it by the average price of a cocktail or glass of wine on that ship, typically $12 to $16. That gives you the number of drinks per day you need to consume to break even. At $90 per day per person, with $14 cocktails, you need to drink 6.5 drinks per day to break even, every day of the cruise, including port days when you are off the ship for 8 hours. Most couples on a Caribbean sailing drink 2 to 3 drinks on port days and 4 to 6 on sea days. Run those numbers against your specific package cost, and you will know within 5 minutes whether the package makes financial sense for your trip. What is in the package matters too. Premium packages typically include specialty coffees, fresh squeezed juices, bottled water, and premium spirits. If you drink a lot of coffee and bottled water, those add up. If you drink only beer, the math looks very different. This is the number that changes everything. A 7-night Caribbean cruise might have 2 sea days and 5 port days, or it might have 4 sea days and 3 ports. The drink package math is completely different on those 2 itineraries. On a sea day, you are on the ship all day. Pool, sun deck, bar, lunch, pre-dinner drinks, dinner, evening entertainment. The package is easy to justify. On a port day, you are off the ship from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You are drinking locally, which on most Caribbean islands is less expensive than the ship. You come back, shower, have a drink before dinner, wine at dinner. 3 to 4 drinks maximum. The formula: if your itinerary has 3 or more sea days, the package is usually worth it for regular drinkers. If it is mostly port intensive, run the math first. A 3-night Bahamas sailing with 1 sea day, the package is almost never worth it financially. The math is not the only consideration. There is a value beyond the numbers that is real. No bill anxiety. Some people genuinely enjoy a cruise more when they are not mentally tracking every drink. If that is you, and you know that is you, the package has psychological value that is worth something. Couples who drink differently. If one partner drinks more than the other, the per-person requirement means the math never fully works for the lighter drinker. But if the heavier drinker significantly overuses the package, it can still net out. Kids and non-alcoholic packages. Most lines offer a non-alcoholic version covering specialty coffees, juices, smoothies, and sodas. For families where the adults drink moderately and kids drink a lot of specialty beverages and mocktails, the non-alcoholic package can pay for itself. Question 1. How many sea days versus port days is your itinerary? Count them. If more than half are port days, think carefully. Question 2. What do you actually drink and how much? Be honest. Not what you think you will drink on vacation, what you actually drink. Most people overestimate. Question 3. Is specialty coffee and bottled water included? If yes, add those to your daily consumption estimate. They change the math significantly for coffee drinkers. Kim and I always get the drink package. It gives us the all-inclusive vibe. Which one we get does depend on the restrictions, length of cruise, and drinks available. The drink package is one of 10 decisions that determine whether your cruise feels expensive or feels like a great value. If you want someone to walk through all 10 with you before you book, that is a free 15-minute consultation, and it changes how you experience the whole trip. Link in the description. I am Mark. Deep Dive Wednesday, same time next week.